Yo, what up, fam? How's it going? This is other Harman once again. Today is January 30th. Holy cow, this month has flown by. Can't believe I'm 20 years old in 30 days. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, so this week was bomb. It was a super good week, seriously. Like, we had some awesome things happen. So, last Monday, it was P-Day, did our thing. Tuesday, zone conference. It was sick. Learned a lot of stuff. There were some awesome trainings given. We did, there was 8 people, 8 companionships who did little trainings that were 8 minutes long. They called them infomercials. That was kind of like the idea they were going for, and which was pretty good, I thought. It was pretty funny. Anyway, so we gave a training. We just gave a training on these outlines that we have for lesson plans that our mission president really wants us to be using and things like that. And so we talked about the importance of them and things like that. It was pretty good. And yeah, so zone conference was sweet. President Lewis talked about a lot of stuff that was really, really good, and I think is gonna help me personally and a lot of the other missionaries. So that's good. Then yeah, we went home. Wednesday, we had exchanges with the elders from Oroville. First Wednesday in the morning was the worldwide missionary broadcast, and things are going down. Okay, so there are some things going to be changing for us as missionaries. One of the first things is the schedule. The missionary schedule is going to be changing. We are no longer going to... So this is what it is right now. Right now we wake up at 6:30, exercise from 6:30 to 7. From 7 to 8 o'clock is breakfast and getting ready. 8 to 9 is personal study. 9 to 10 is companionship study. 10 to 11 is language study. Lunch at 11, and then we go out and work at 12. But it's going to be changing to where, I don't even remember, because there's like different scenarios depending on where you are in the world, how they're doing it. But basically for us, it'll be wake up 6:30, exercise, eat breakfast and get ready, and then have an hour of personal study and 30 minutes of daily planning, and then it's like 10 o'clock by then, and then we're supposed to go out, proselyte, come back for lunch at whatever time works for us that day, and then also an hour of companionship study during whatever time works for us that day, and language study during whatever time works for us that day. Then dinner at 5 or 6 for an hour, and then proselyte the rest of the night. And then usually right now when we come home at 9 or 9:30, and we do nightly planning, which is 30 minutes, and then we get ready for bed and kind of some personal time. But it's going to be changing where we're going to be doing the planning in the morning, so we'll come home at 9 or 9:30 still, but we won't have 30 minutes of planning. So we're going to have like an hour and a half completely of just personal time. So that'll be cool. It'll be nice. Have some more time to write in our journals and stuff. Maybe we'll actually do it. That'll be good. So that's going to be a little different. Oh, also P-Day is going to change. It's not going to be from 10 to 6 anymore. It's going to be from 8 in the morning to 6 o'clock. So that's a pretty big change for us. 2 hours is a lot of time. We can get a lot of things done that we are not able to do usually on P-Days. Sometimes we have to kind of not do some things because we don't have time. And so we're going to have a lot more time to like clean everything, not just pick and choose what we clean one week and stuff. So it'll be really good. We're excited about that. Also, key indicators are going to be changing. We're only going to be keeping track of investigators who are on date. Investigators who got baptized and confirmed, investigators who are on date, investigators who came to church, and new investigators that were found. Only those 4. As of right now in the mission, I think we have 12 key indicators that we count, but it is changing worldwide. Everyone, no matter what, will be having only 4 key indicators. So that's a pretty big change. Anyway, so that means I'll probably make new planners eventually, but they probably won't get out to us until like after I leave my mission. New progress teaching records, everything is going to be probably redone. So that's pretty big deal. Anyway, that was super good. Their whole idea behind the 4 key indicators is because a lot of the other things, missionaries get in the mindset of racking the stats, just like getting super high numbers in some categories, making themselves look good. But then the categories that matter, like those 4, they are lacking. And so it is going to help get us out of the mindset of, oh, if I get like a ton of lessons, then it makes me look good, because we're not even going to be counting those anymore. So if you're getting no one at church, no one on date, not finding any new investigators, and no one's getting baptized and confirmed, even if you had like a ton of lessons one week, it's not going to matter. So yeah, that's why they're doing that, which I think is super awesome, because I don't like it when missionaries try and rack the stats. So let's see, what else? Okay, Wednesday, after the broadcast, we had exchanges with the elders in Orville. I went up to Orville with Elder Amat. He is from Ecuador, but he grew up in Florida, and he's a pretty funny guy. Honestly, reminds me of Isaiah, my black friend. Super funny. Like, his laugh is exactly like it, and just some of the things he does, I'm just like, dude, you are my black friend. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty hilarious. I love him. But so we had exchanges up there, did some cool things. We taught this one guy who, oh man, he just is not acting on any of the commitments that they leave with him. And so we lovingly rebuked him, told him he doesn't want to read the Book of Mormon. He thinks he doesn't need to, all this stuff. And he's just like, I don't need to know if it's true or not. I can still do all this stuff. And we're like, dude, no. If you don't know the Book of Mormon is true, none of this other stuff matters. You need to know that the Book of Mormon is true. And he's like, well, every time you come over, you talk to me about the Book of Mormon. And we're like, well, that's because they've invited you to read the Book of Mormon, and you're not reading it. And so we are trying to figure out why. And that's something that the Salt Lake mission trainers actually instructed us to do. If we teach an investigator about the Book of Mormon and invite them to read, and we come back and they haven't read, not to teach anything else until they start reading, to make that the foundation. And then if again we come back and they haven't read, again, do whatever we can to try and get them to understand the importance to read. Anyway, so this guy, we just kind of rebuked him a little bit. It was good, though. Then we talked to a couple less actives. Some good exchanges. Went up to the border, checked it out, because it's they live 10 minutes away from the Canadian-U.S. border. So that was cool to see. We watched a dog cross the border. So now there's an illegal immigrant of a dog in the U.S. So, yeah, just a fun fact for you. Then, let's see. Thursday, we did some service for this lady who has this ginormous thrift store with just all this random crap. She has 3 warehouses full of random stuff. Her thrift store actually is going out of business, so that's not going to be a thing anymore. But she has so much crap. 3 huge warehouses full. I'll send some pics, but it's kind of ridiculous. If she, and her prices are super high. For a shirt, it's $25 for a woman's shirt. It's I could go get a way nicer brand new shirt for less than that. Anyway, so we were talking, if she sold every single item for $1, she'd be a millionaire. Just $1. Every single item, no matter what it was, $1. She'd be a millionaire. But she won't do it. Her prices are whack. Anyway, so that was Thursday. Don't remember what else happened. Oh, Wednesday also, while Elder Wunderlich was on exchanges with Elder Christensen in our area. No. He, I was trying to remember Elder Christensen's. He and Elder Christensen put Leonore and Andy on date for baptism, which we were going to do. We've been wanting to do for a couple of days before that. But so they are on date for February 11th. Lenore said that she is like completely ready, that she's been ready for a little bit, but she won't do it unless Andy is like completely on board. And Andy, he's 9 years old. He's pretty energetic, gets pretty antsy when we teach him and stuff. So he like doesn't not want to do it, but we don't think he understands the importance of it, kind of what it is and everything. Oh man. So we are going to work with him, try and help him understand that and keep him like engaged in lessons, because he doesn't like to be. He wants to go play video games and stuff. But he's a really cool little kid. And the bishop's working with Jose, the dad, so that Jose can baptize the wife and son. So that'll be super cool. That should be on the 11th. Keep you updated on that. Yeah, and then the rest of the week, really, it was just good. Like, we had some lessons and stuff. Met a couple new people that might have some potential. So we're pretty excited. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in this area. But, yeah, so Saturday, we went to Cooley Dam because they had a baptism. That's about an hour-ish away from here. We went down there. They haven't had a baptism in that area for who knows how long. It's been at least like a year and a half, probably. Probably longer than that. How long do you think it's been since Cooley had a baptism before?
Probably been a few years.
A few years? Freak. Okay, well, apparently it's been a few years.
That's what I remember the last Cooley Dam was.
Dang. Okay, so yeah, it's been a few years since that area has had a baptism. So we went down there to support him. It was pretty cool. There's this older guy named Chris. But yeah, so we went down there. We got a call from President Lewis that he told us that Elder Wunderlich is going to be transferred to Yakima Valley Zone, serving with Elder Kaiser as a zone leader in the Yak Valley Zone, one of my former zones. So, yeah, that's super cool. He's going to a super ghetto area, like the second to worst, like most dangerous area in the mission. So that'll be super cool. He'll get to see some crazy stuff go down. And he's serving with Elder Kaiser, and Elder Kaiser is absolutely hilarious. So that'll be fun for him. And then I'll be getting Elder Alsop. He is a zone leader in Othello right now. He's been out about a year. So, yeah, he'll be coming up here with me. He is from Orem, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. But, yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I've just met him at meetings and stuff, and he was in the same zone as me in Yakima. He was down in Toppenish. So we saw him every once in a while. And anyway, yeah, he's pretty cool, so I'm excited. We got a lot of stuff going on this next transfer. Also, this week I found out that one of my investigators that I had in Moses Lake, the Elder Vero Palumbo and his trainee have been teaching. His name is Jorge. He is getting baptized on February 25th, so that's going to be super cool. We're going to try and go down for that one. That'll be awesome. Also, some other news. Elder Vero Palumbo is actually going to come up and be in the OMAC zone. He's going to be down in Chelan area, serving with Elder Shoemaker. And so, my son, he's coming up to the bro zone, up to the O zone. So, that's going to be exciting. Yeah, I don't really know what else to tell you. But Elder Hibbard, one of the elders I live with, is going to Sunnyside, serving with Elder Medina. And then Elder Aguilar will be receiving Elder Galleta. He's serving in Wenatchee right now. Elder Galleta is super cool. Apparently, he's like super rich. really cool guy. He has like a crazy story. He's a convert of not very long, like 2 or 3 years maybe, and he was a professional BMX biker at home. He's been in the X Games and won multiple times, as well as like things like the Do Tour and stuff like that. Professional, very well known BMX biker. I'm not into BMX, but if you are, that's cool. But he's like super famous in that, and he owns like 4 Vans stores and has like all this stuff, and so he like yeah, he's loaded, and he's like he's my age, I think, or if not like a year older. He's like 20, 21, 22 probably. And yeah, so that's super cool. But I can't remember, he didn't use his actual name as his like stage name, I guess you could say, for BMX. He used a different name, and I can't remember what it was.
It's like Alex Cobalt or Alex Cobalt. I think it's Cobalt.
It's like Alex Cobalt or something like that. Colborn. Alex Colborn. That was his stage name. So if you're into BMX, that's cool. If not, you could probably look up that name, Alex Colborn, and see him. But he's going to be living here, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's all the news for this week. So we're going to go shop and such, and then we'll be emailing a little bit later. So yeah, we'll talk next week. Adios. Bye.